All right, man. Let's talk about who's to blame for the who's to blame for who's to blame for who's to blame for the Lions meltdown versus the 49ers. And not who's most to blame. If we talking about who's just most to blame, it is Dan Campbell. Okay. It's Dan Campbell. I mean, even in the post game reaction, he said, "We don't even know if we'll be here again." You know what I'm saying? And I just let you know that he he don't fucking believe. He's still stuck in the SOL mindset. When you make that comment, it ain't that. Oh, I guarantee you, we gonna be back and we gonna learn from this. That's what a confident coach says. He believes in the SOL. He still believes in the curse of Bobby Lane and all that type stuff. Like this say on in the image, self sabotage. But one thing I respect, he up by 50, or he in a competitive game, he continues to be himself. But my problem is that he's not learning. In the Dallas game, he didn't learn, kick the field goal. Even going back to the first game they played versus the San Francisco 49ers, when he knew they didn't have no weapons in his debut. You know what I'm saying? This has been a recurring Achilles heel for him for how many years? Since he got here. All right. And one of the reasons, and I'm gonna dish out time, I'm gonna zip out 5 people to blame. Don't worry. Maybe even a bonus one. Maybe even a bonus one. All right. But he's most to blame. He's number one on the calendar. He's number one on the list to blame. He single handedly, he single handedly, he single handedly handed the 49ers this game. He single handedly handed the 49ers this game. I will say it again. He single handedly handed the 49ers game. He gave them all the momentum on that 4th and 2. And let's kind of let's go back a little bit. Let's take it back. The play before that, what type of play call was that? This is something nobody probably talking about. I don't know, because I just didn't want to do nothing after last night. When they missed that 4th and 2, I knew the game was over with. You want to say the NFL scripted? I won't bet against that. And like I said in my post game reaction video, one of the things I hate about sports, or what make me think a lot of times it is scripted, and they do this in the National Basketball Association a lot. You ever notice when a guy goes to the layup, he do a layup, right? And they wait to call the foul to see if the ball go in. They did that on that Vidor Ayuk play. That wasn't no pass interference. They did it on the Vidor Ayuk play. They sure did. They waited. They waited to see if Ayuk was gonna catch that ball. Had Ayuk not caught that ball, they was gonna call a pass interference. They wasn't gonna pick that flag up. You know, they was not gonna pick that flag. They wasn't gonna pick that up. They only picked it up because he made the catch. Listen to me. They only picked that flag up because he made the catch. Dan Campbell literally handed he literally handed the game off to them after that. And they ran the ball with St. Brown. That's what I was saying. They gave the ball to St. Brown on the inside running back dive, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? They gave the ball to him. They gave the ball to him. So that was a dumb play. If you have it in the backfield, why not, throw it to him in space and let him pick up the first down? That's what I didn't understand. Why not throw him in space and throw him? But when he missed for the fourth down, then people saying the other fourth down he should have kicked it. I don't think he believed in Michael Badger. He never believed in the kicker, so he should have kicked the 2 field goals. Like back in the Dallas game, he should have kicked the field goal after the offsides. So he is the most to blame because we've been through this story before. He still ain't learned his lesson. He is the most to blame. We've been through this story before, and he still hasn't learned his lesson going back to his first game as the head coach with the 49ers. And I'm going to leave his ass up here. How about that? Another person to blame was Josh Reynolds. He started the drop marathon. He started the drop marathon. You know what I'm saying? When he dropped that ball on fourth down, that wasn't the most accurate pass. You know what I'm saying? You know, so so but he dropped a couple critical balls. And Laporta started dropping them. Then Laporta started dropping. Then right before the supporter, St. Brown dropped one. You know what I'm saying? So um so he to blame as well too. Then you keep going, and Jahmyr Gibbs. This is why they like to ride Dave Montgomery to end the game. Because when you got a rookie in these moments, you can't count on them. He fumbled that ball. But it all goes back to what happened to the momentum. The momentum left because of the 4th and 2 call. Cam Sutton, trash. Utter trash. Cam Sutton was utter trash. Got burnt deep, got burnt on the slant, and tried to blame Charlie Gardner-Johnson, right? For the touchdown. He was getting cooked all game. He was getting cooked all game. He was getting cooked all game. And then last but least, I'm going to blame Vidor for not making the damn interception. I'm going to blame him for not making an interception. And then, hold on, we can keep going too, because I ain't going to be long on this joint. We can go around and we can blame Ben Johnson as well too. You knew you had a problem all year in it coming out in the third quarter and getting the rhythm. They never fixed it. They never fixed it. They never fixed it. They never, they never figured out a way to get Donovan Peoples-Jones involved. They never figured out the way to get, Jameson Williams consistently involved. They never figured out a way to get Josh Reynolds consistently involved. For the most part, he hung his hat on the run game, and he hung his hat on Laporta and St. Brown, and never developed everybody else. And then last but not least, Jared Goff. He missed Jahmyr Gibbs for a touchdown in the end zone. He missed Jameson Williams on the deep pass. He missed Josh Reynolds on the toss back. That was a flea flicker. Then on the toss back before that, he missed Josh Reynolds, who was open down the field, which his ass wouldn't have caught it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you move him off the spot in the fourth down play to Josh Reynolds, 4th and 2nd, he threw an inaccurate pass. On the second 4th down they did in the fourth quarter, he had Jameson Williams wide open on a drag route, missed him. And one of the reasons that you don't know if you'll be back in this position is because you don't have a franchise quarterback. You don't have a franchise quarterback. That's one of the issues that you look at when you don't have a franchise quarterback. This will happen. This is why you don't think you'll be back in this position. And Jared Goff left a lot to be desired today. That's why a lot of people are uncomfortable with him being the quarterback going forward. The lack of mobility, the lack of being able to slide his feet or pick up his feet and make an accurate throw. They need to be in the market for a quarterback upgrade. But you know what? That's for another day, another time. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. And go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.